Right. Time for us to begin our wonderful stretch and unwind yoga practice this morning. And so many are joining us. It's so lovely to see you all this morning. So glad you could make it. We are here together to do a little bit of moving and breathing, a little bit of connection with ourselves, hoping that we can also just acknowledge and be grateful, a little bit grateful today that the weather's warming up just a little bit. There are things to be looking forward to today that are more obvious, but it's always important that we also find that those little nuggets of gratitude, even when the days feel a little harder. And so we can practice doing that, especially when we're feeling good, just to make sure that we're kind of in that frame of mind, that we are plugged into that frequency of just having that heart of gratitude. And so with that being said, let's get ourselves situated in our chairs. So finding that comfortable seat, and let's go ahead and make full body connection to our chairs to begin. So starting with the back of our body resting completely on the backs of our chairs. And although we are resting and we are feeling that support of our chairs beneath us, can we at the same time just keep a bit of a long spine so that we can maintain that sense of alertness as we start our practice with a little meditation. So if you're ready to close your eyes, you're welcome to go right on into that. Otherwise, keep your eye gaze low towards the floor and just start to connect to your breathing. And if this is the first time today that you are doing this, connecting and noticing your breath, just take a moment to notice how the breath feels today. How does it feel to take a breath today? What's happening inside of your body today? How easy or maybe a little bit difficult it might be to inhale and exhale today. How deep is your breath? Where do you notice the breath? Do you notice it up a little higher in the chest, or perhaps a little lower down towards the belly? Beginning to notice where the breath is entering your body now, whether it's entering through the nose or the mouth, and then where it's exiting, same through the nose or the mouth. You can start to notice the temperature of your breath, noticing the coolness of your breath in through your nose, and then exhaling the warm breath out. Beautiful. And then let's start to leave the breath for a moment and bring our attention a little further down the body into the hands. So wherever your hands happen to be resting, if it's on your lap or on the arms of your chair, just go ahead and give a little rubbing of the hands along the surface that they're resting on. Just making a little bit of contact here in the bottoms of the hands, a little bit of grounding through the hands. Find some stillness now, and then just gently press down through the palms of your hands, through the bottoms of your knuckles, your fingertips, just a little slight engaging, and then exhale, let it go and release. Take a full breath in. And as we exhale, let's bring our attention down now into our feet, sending them down to the feet where we can start to lift the toes, spreading the toes, wiggling and maybe rocking back and forth on the feet. Just practicing this body scan as a way to get in touch with ourselves, the little nuances of our body. Good. Finding stillness in your feet. We'll do the same thing that we did with our hands now. So just gently pressing the feet into the floor, activating the four corners of your feet under the big toe, the baby toe, and then either side of the heel. And then gently pressing through the feet, feeling a little lift in the arch. You might notice that your legs start to engage. Maybe your glute muscles start to engage. Good. And then let that go with a nice breath out. Good. Feeling that grounding sensation of the feet on the floor. Traveling back up the legs, coming into the seat, coming into our behind in our chair. We start to rock gently side to side, feeling that connection of our back body in our seat. Good. Just passing back and forth over your center of gravity. And that can change day to day, person to person. And so when we talk about finding your center or coming back to center, we're going to just establish that now. So find that stillness now and find that place of center where you feel generally balanced from side to side. Perhaps the back is coming off the chair now, sitting up a little bit taller here. Relaxing through the shoulders. Softening the breath. Take some nice soft breaths here. Exhale, maybe with a sigh. We'll do that a couple more times, inhaling through the nose and then exhaling, maybe with a sigh on the way out. Last time, full breath in. Exhale any way you like. Beautiful. Opening the eyes. Just looking around the room that we're in now, finding 4 objects that we can rest our gaze on, noticing with our sense of sight. Colors and textures around us, shapes and sizes, lights and shadows. Beautiful. When you've got those 4 items in your field of vision, can we close our eyes once again and connect to our sense of hearing, listening for 3 sounds around us? Perhaps the sound of my voice or the music, or maybe some sounds in the room that you're in, or maybe we can stretch our hearing out as far as it goes to sounds outside of the room that we're in. Just connecting with your space through your sound. Beautiful. Let's take a full breath in, noticing any smells around you. Exhale it out. We'll do that again. Full breath in as we notice any smells that you can sense around you. Let it go one more time. Big inhale, noticing those smells around you. Exhale, let it go. And just rest here. Connecting to our oneness now, to our community, to our sense of togetherness here, connected through our one mind, our one heart, our one body, all together. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And we can start to flutter the eyes open now, beginning to bring some movement into our body now. We'll start with a little bit of movement for the neck. So turning our head to the right to begin. So looking over the right shoulder. Just getting over the sniffles, turning back to center, and then bringing the gaze over the left shoulder. Noticing what you see, bringing our gaze back through center, over the right shoulder. Good. And then coming back across to the left side once again. Wonderful. Let's come back to center. This time, let's slowly and softly drop our chin down towards our chest, just noticing how that feels in the back of our neck, seeing if we can sit up tall, maintain that tall spine as we do this movement. Good. And then we're going to make a little smile, a little bottom half of a circle with our chin coming up towards the left. Good. And then dropping the chin back across the chest, coming up towards the right shoulder now, looking up towards the right. Let's go back down, chin to chest, coming down through that bottom half of our circle, turning our head to look towards the left. One more time, chin to chest, and then finishing our smile up on the right side. Come on back to center. We're going to create a little circle now all the way around, but imagining that we have a pencil on the end of our nose. So we're drawing a circle with our nose, leading the way. Beautiful. Doesn't have to look like anything at all. Doesn't have to be big or small. Just any movement here will do. And this is a perfect time to remind you that this is your practice. I am here to guide you and give you offerings of poses, but ultimately you are the expert of your own body, and please take or leave what you will. Good. Let's change the direction here. Coming back up across the other side. Sometimes this might make us feel dizzy, so we might like to keep our eyes open. Maybe making a smaller circle with your nose. Beautiful. Coming on back to center. Let that go. Big breath in and out. Finding our mountain pose. We roll our shoulders up towards the ears, back and down, and they rest back and down away from the ears, grounding through the soles of the feet, through our bottoms in our chairs, and a nice long tall spine. This is our mountain pose, and we'll come back here frequently. Beautiful. Let's start with a little bit more movement of the shoulders now. Can we just move the right shoulder? So we're just moving one shoulder at a time here, keeping the left shoulder still. Good. Just starting with that right arm. And we'll start to make that a bit bigger now, bringing the elbow up and around with it, moving into a half cactus shape. Very nice. Good. And then finding that half cactus position, just holding our half cactus arm out at the side. We'll draw the elbow back behind us. So we find a little stretch in the front of the shoulder as we do that. Good. And then we're taking that hand and we're going to cross it over to the other side of the body. So crossing over to the left knee. Find that little twist. Let's do that 2 more times, opening out to cactus arms. Good work. Take a breath in here. And exhale, crossing the arm over the body to the opposite knee. Little twist. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, opening the arm out to the side. Exhale, crossing, coming into our twist, holding our twist here, pressing the feet into the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Just a little gentle twist to get us started. So our right arm is nice and soft. Maybe we can turn our head a little bit more towards the left side of the wall. Good. On your next exhalation, walk your fingertips back to center, and we'll take a nice roll of the shoulders. Find your mountain pose. Beautiful. And then we'll work on the left side now. So just moving the left shoulder up and around. Beautiful. Nice rolls of the shoulders, any size, any amount that feels good. If you're ready to bring it up a little bit more, we'll bring it up the elbow, rolling our cactus arm up and around. Very nice. And then finding that half cactus position of the arm. Very nice. We'll open the elbow back behind us just ever so slightly until we feel that stretch. Cross the body, coming over to meet the other hand. That's all alone right now. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, add your breath as we open. Exhale as we twist. 1 more time. Inhale as we draw the elbow back. Exhaling as we twist, holding here, feet planted into the earth, sitting up tall, maybe turning the head towards the side wall. Feeling the spine twisting here, bringing that movement, starting that movement right from the belly if we can. Good. We're not holding or forcing here. Take a nice soft breath in. Let your breath be free. Good. And then tiptoeing the fingers back to center. Exhaling, roll the shoulders, finding your mountain pose. We're going to bring our arms up one at a time here, directly in front of us and overhead as far as feels good, as high as feels good. Good. And then we'll switch the arm coming up. So just lifting up as high as feels good for the shoulders. Good. And then moving back even slightly if it feels all right for your range of motion. Beautiful. Let's do that 1 or 2 more times. Good. Lifting and switching the top arm. Last one. Inhale up this time. And then exhale, bring both hands down. Wonderful. We're going to open both arms out to our cactus, but a wide cactus shape. So the hands are opening out to the side like we're coming in for that hug. And hug we will. Let's bring our arms and wrap them around ourselves. Good. Feel that stretch now, maybe in the backs of your shoulders and in the upper part of your back. Just take a moment to notice what arm is on top as you're hugging yourself. When we do this the second time, we're going to switch the top arm. So let's go for that. Opening up for that big giant hug. And here we come in for the hug, switching the arm that comes on top. Beautiful. Lovely. Let's do that again. A couple more. Add your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale to hug yourself. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, switch the top arm, coming in for that hug. Last time. Inhale, opening out to the side. Exhale, coming in for the hug. Any arm on top will do, and we'll hold here for a moment. Maybe giving yourself a little massage of the shoulders. Good. A little massage down the arms might feel nice. Maybe if you prefer to give a bit more of a pat type of touch, that works well. Maybe you prefer to give more of a slower, more of a rub or a massage on your arms. Just find what feels good here. Bring that movement all the way into your hands. We're going to give our hands a little massage here. Just a nice little massage of the joints. They get awfully sore, don't they? Yes, mine as well. Beautiful. And then let's give our hands a little shake. We're going to shake here. Shaking helps us just to reset the nervous system. It's a wonderful somatic exercise just to help us find that nervous system reset so we can stay in the rest and digest state of our bodies, helping us to find balance. Let's bring that shake up a little higher. If that is sore for the joints at all, just go a little softer with your shake. But we're going to shake the arms. Maybe we start to shake and twist a little bit side to side. Just a little bit of a twist to the left and a twist to the right while we shake. Good. Maybe bringing that shake up overhead, coming back to center. And we're going to do our clap at the top of our head, over our head here. When we count down from 3, 2, 1, we clap. Wonderful. Okay, we all know what we're doing. So when we do this again the next time, we'll bring it all in sync together. Here we go. Are we ready? Let's do that shake again of the hands. Find your breath. Really let yourself go. Maybe bringing that movement up to your shoulders. We're going to bring that shake up over our head again, and we will clap in 3, 2, 1, clap. Much, much better, much more in sync. Well done, everyone. Hands coming down to our heart center. Beautiful. Just pause here for a moment. Maybe bringing a hand over your heart. The other hand can rest on top if you like. And we'll just pause here, just a little check-in with yourself, how you're feeling at this moment in our practice. Offering you plenty of opportunities to rest whenever you need to. Beautiful. Here's one of our resting points. And let's bring our hands back to our knees. Find your mountain pose. Roll the shoulders, back it down. We're going to move into the low body a little bit here now. So if we could find that coming forward position. That's not the name of the position, but just come forward in your chairs as much as feels good, just to find a bit of space. And I'm going to turn my chair slightly to the side so you can see that I've got a bit of space now behind my chair. Good. With our hands on our knees, and sorry, before we go into the low body, we'll just do a little bit of spine warm up. Draw the shoulders back, press the heart forward, lifting the chin. You notice a nice arch to your spine here. Beautiful. Feeling all of the whole length of your spine. As we exhale, we round the shoulders forward and press our hearts out the back body, rounding through the spine. Good. A couple more just like that. As we inhale, arching the spine, back up, pressing the heart forward, lifting the chin. Exhaling, round through the spine. This is our cat pose. Good. One more time. Spine arches, lift our chin, open the throat, exhale, spine rounds. Good. Coming back to center, taking a nice little circle around the hips here. Just taking any movements that feel good to you here. So you might even move in a figure 8 shape. That gets a little bit more into the brain yoga if you choose to do that route. Or maybe you just take a circle in one direction, and then we'll pause and change the direction of our circle. Beautiful. Coming back to center, I'm just going to turn back to face us head on here. Still moving forward in our chairs, finding our lateral flexion. So this time we'll do it a little bit differently. Can we bring the left hand to hold on to the arm of our chair or our leg? The right arm sweeps up. We can stop in cactus or we can come all the way up if we like. Depends on how the shoulder feels. And then find that tipping over your head sensation of lateral flexion. Good. Let's bring that hand back down to the side. We're going to do it again. Make a sweeping motion at the bottom. Bring the arm back up, either pausing in cactus arm or reaching all the way up. And we tip over our head for lateral flexion. So notice that our hand reaches up and over the head, opening the side of our ribs. Good. Coming back down one more time. Sweep our hands at the bottom. Reaching back up, either coming into that cactus arm shape or reaching all the way up and tipping over to the side. Good. Take a big breath into the ribs there. Exhale, come back up, dropping the hand back to your knee. Find your mountain pose. Excellent work. And then switching to the other side. So right hand can rest, can hold on to our right leg or the arm of our chair now. The left hand sweeping up to our side, either pausing in cactus or reaching all the way up and tipping over to the right side now. Bring that hand up and over. Good. Coming back upright, sweeping the arm at the bottom. We're going to add our breath here. As we reach up, cactus, or all the way, we inhale and we exhale to bring it back down. Sweeping at the bottom. Last one. Take your option, what feels best for your shoulder. Tipping over, big breath in. Exhale, returning back to our mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's move into that low body just a little bit. So we're going to open our knees out to the side here. So just tick-tocking the feet, open. So the knees are apart, and then we'll close it back up here, just starting to warm up the hips a little bit. Good. So opening the knees out to the side, tick-tocking the feet open, and then tick-tocking them back closed. I know the camera kind of cuts off my feet here, but they are going heel toe, heel toe. Maybe if I back up a little, we can see a bit better. That's a bit better. Heel toe, heel toe. Good. And then one final time until we find that wide leg stance here. Good. Our knees are open to the side. Good. Can we bring the right knee in, keeping the left knee open? So we're just going to bring it in and out on the right side. Just bringing the knee in and out, starting to warm up that hip joint. Good. Beautiful. And then bring it back out to that wide leg stance, and we'll do the same on the left. So bringing it in and out. You change the position of your foot if you need to, just to relieve any pressure on the hip. As always, we're looking for stretch, sensation, but never pain. So if it hurts, it's a clear message for you to either take a break or just pause and skip this movement. Good. Find that wide leg stance once again. This time we're going to slide our upper body right and left, coming over the hips, right to the right hip and to the left hip. Good. Let's do a couple more just like that. Right and left. Fantastic. Come on back to center. In this wide leg stance, can we start to press our big toes down on both of our feet? So really starting to pay attention, tune into the sensations of the big toes pressing down into the floor, the right leg and the left leg. That starts to activate the adductor muscles here on the insides of our thighs. Sit up nice and tall, take a big breath in. And then exhale, release that tension of the feet and of the legs. And we'll bring our wide leg position back to center, tick-tocking the feet back in. Good. Find that mountain pose. Beautiful. Feet are flat on the floor, hands resting on our knees. We're going to start moving through our sun salutations here. And I'll add a little bit on as we go. So let's find a nice tall spine here, grounded through our feet. If you want to take a little pause for a moment here, go right ahead and just check in with your breath before we begin. When you're ready, we're going to reach forward for our imaginary beach balls that are there. So we reach forward, picking up our beach balls, creating that space, leaving that space between the hands, lifting the beach balls up over our head, really drawing in through the belly as we do that. Good. As we exhale, we let the balls go and drop the elbows to our sides. Find your cactus arms. Good work. Inhaling, we sweep the arms down and then bringing them behind us. That opens up the heart and the chest. And then we exhale, swinging the arms forward, holding on to one wrist. Just gently pull that wrist forward till you feel that good morning stretch in the back of your body. Stay here for a breath. Beautiful. Good. Sitting up tall, wiggling our fingers forward, dropping our hands down to our knees. We're going to hinge forward, hinging at the hips. So we lead with the heart to do that, to help us keep a long spine, coming forward over our lap, over our knees. And then with hands pressing into our knees, elbows tuck into the sides, and we extend the arms, pushing our upper body up and away from our knees once again. Little push-up movement here. Let's do that 2 more times. Tipping forward, leaning forward, and then pressing our bodies up in a little push-up movement. 1 more time. Good. Inhaling as we come forward. Exhaling to press up. Beautiful, everyone. We're going to come forward into our forward fold position this time. So that can look like your chin just dropping into your chest and staying more upright in your spine. Or you can come forward and rest your elbows on your knees, holding on to your forearms, or your hands can be holding one another for some support. Feeling that connection once again of the soles of your feet on the earth. Let the head start to rock gently side to side for no. And maybe start to bob forward and back for yes. Find some softness in your face, in your forward fold here. Find some softness in your heart. Good. Taking a breath in. As we exhale, let's start to walk ourselves back upright. Finding our mountain pose again, finishing this cycle off by inhaling our arms up overhead. Palms can come together and we exhale our hands to our heart. Beautiful. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhaling, beach balls come up over our head. Exhale, dropping elbows to our sides. Inhale, swinging the hands down and behind us to open up the heart and the chest. Exhale, they swing forward, holding one wrist. Give a little stretch of the wrist until you feel your back start to open up. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, wiggling fingers forward. Good. And then hands coming down to our knees. With that nice tall spine, we hinge forward, keeping the elbows tucked in close, and then press yourself back up. Good. Coming forward on the inhale, inhaling softly forward. And then we exhale on the effort as we push up. Last time, inhale forward. Exhale, pressing up. Coming all the way now into the forward fold again. So either finding that small movement of chin to chest or a bigger movement of forearms or elbows resting on our knees. Holding your forearms for some support, kind of like we're crouching down to talk to a small child. Exhale. Maybe this time we can bring our exhale into this breath, that big sighing breath, but keeping our lips sealed. So as if we were sighing, but with our lips together, kind of like bringing that sound to your throat, bringing the breath into your throat. Good. Find your inhale, and then as you exhale, walking yourself back up nice and slow. We're going to come into a little twist here, so we can walk our hands over to the right side of our body. Both hands can rest on the right leg, or if we'd like a little bit more sensation in our twist, our right hand can reach back and maybe hold on to the back of our chair. So I'll turn just so you can see a little better. I'm holding on to the back of the chair just to give a little bit more, a bit more of a deeper twist here, if we like. Maybe turning our head towards the side wall or even back towards the back shoulder. Finding your breath, softening your body, softening all those areas that might be holding on to tension, using your breath to just help guide you there, help to remind any of those areas that might hold on to tension that it's okay and safe to let go here. One more big breath in. And then as we exhale, walking the hands back to center and all the way through to the other side. So same thing on the other side, both hands resting on the left side. I'm going to turn once again. Both hands on the left side of our body this time. And if we'd like a little more, the left hand can reach back, hold on to the back of our chair. Head can turn to the side wall, maybe even gazing back on that left shoulder. As you're twisting, just doing a little mental check-in with your knees and your toes. And we're still holding our knees and toes forward. Take a full breath in. Good. And then exhale, let it go, walking back to center with the fingertips. Finding that final movement of our sun salutations. Reach the arms up, palms touch. Inhale and exhale, hands to our heart. Beautiful. One more to go. Round 3, reaching for those beach balls, lifting up overhead. Exhaling, elbows to our sides. Inhale, sweep the arms down and behind you until the chest opens. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhaling, arms come forward, holding our wrists, and just feel the shoulder blades separating. Good. Sit up nice and tall, wiggling fingers forward, coming to float down to our knees as we hinge forward at the hips, leading with the heart. Beautiful. Pressing back upright, extending the arms long. 2 more just like that. Inhaling down. Exhaling, pressing back up, using the muscles of your arms, engaging the muscles. Good. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale, pressing up. Fantastic. Finally coming into forward fold, any amount, chin to chest or a little further forward if you wish. If we can start to let the jaw relax, let the teeth relax, the cheeks, the eyes, that space between the eyebrows. We hold a lot of tension in our faces, in our shoulders, in our neck. Just let some of that go for right now. One more breath in and exhale, walking hands back up to our lap. We're going to take a final sequence of pose here, of postures, before we move into our relaxation. So we'll find that wide leg stance once again. And so to do that, if you've scooted back in your chair, you might like to come forward again, give yourself a bit of room through the hips. We're going to tick-tock our feet out to find that wide leg stance, sitting up with a nice tall spine, finding your center, finding that general balance from left to right. Good. Your legs can stay like this, or if you'd like to extend the right leg out a little further, you're welcome to do that. I always like to turn my heel out as well to the corner so that my toes are kind of pigeon-toed inward. From here, we're going to find our warrior 2 arms. And so if you're not doing legs here at all, you can just do the arms if you'd like to reach your arms out in a T shape. That's a lot for the shoulders. We can keep them a little lower, or we can keep them in cactus arms. Your choice. Good. Let's move from left to right, just like in our warm-up. So we're sliding left to right, over the hips, from left hip to right hip. And then let's find that center once again. So finding your general sense of balance and turning our head towards the left hand, finding that warrior 2. Let's flip the front palm. So the palm is facing up now, and the right hand can drop down to the back leg, that outstretched leg, lifting the left hand up. We can keep a bend to our elbow if we wish. Opening up on the left side of our body for our reverse warrior. Good. Find your breath here. Exhale. Let's windmill the arms here. We're going to bring the left hand down to the left knee, maybe even coming to rest on our elbow or forearm. Right hand pops up this time, either keeping a bend or extending the arm up. Just listen to your shoulders here. Coming into extended side angle pose, pressing through the outside edge of the right foot and through the 4 corners of the left foot as well. Inhale, exhale, lifting yourself back up. Arms come to our legs, sliding that long leg back in if it was out. And then just give yourself a little rest here in between sides. Let your knees come in, windshield wipering them or knock knees. Beautiful, strong poses. Feeling our strength renewed with the return of the sun. Let's open back out to that wide leg stance so we can do the other side here. Knees are pointing out to the corners as best as we can, depending on the chair. And then if we want to add that little extension of the left leg, we're welcome to. I like to flip my heel out to the side and turn my toes inside just a little bit. Beautiful. Reaching the arms out to warrior two. Arms find your T shape, or you can keep a bend to the elbows to soften the shoulders. And then from here, reaching right, reaching left. Good. Just finding our sense of balance here. Noticing how it feels to be off balance. And then we'll find that center, coming to rest over our center. Turning our head to look to the right hand. Good. Let's flip the palm up. So we turn that hand. Let the left fingertips float down to the left leg. We can reach that right arm up and over our head, keeping a bend to the elbow if you like, but really separating, creating lots of space between the elbow and the right hip. Opening up on the right side of the body. Take a big breath into that space. And then as we exhale, we're going to switch. We're going to just switch the top arm. So coming down to rest on our right knee, our left arm pops up, keeping a bend to the elbow or extending the arm long. Maybe we look straight forward ahead. Maybe we look up towards the hand. Maybe we look down towards the foot. Take a breath in here. Extended side angle, and then exhaling, come on back upright, sliding that long leg in. Give those hips a rest. Let's bring our feet back in to close the space, close the gap. Move your hips, your knees in any way that would feel good here. Wonderfully done. Well done, everyone. Let's find that nice tall mountain pose here. Make any adjustments that you need to. Rolling the shoulders down and back. We're going to find a little of a forward fold here once again, but it's going to be a seated forward fold or a modified seated forward fold here. So to do that, I'm going to slide back so we can see the feet. Option here to extend the legs out a little bit longer. If that feels secure and safe in your chair, we can extend the legs out long with the toes pointing up. Soft bend in the knees here. If that doesn't feel secure or comfortable, you can just keep your feet flat on the floor and come into our forward fold, just like we did in our sun salutation. So find that tall spine. Inhale, exhale with the length in your spine, with the belly engaged. Good. Big inhale again. As we exhale, we drop the chin to our chest. And if you'd like to go a little further, we might like to slide our hands down our legs a little more this time. I just want you to be very careful as you go. If you feel off balance at all, just pause there or come back up a little bit. So I'm coming to rest on my thighs. My legs are extended with my toes pointing up. Feeling a nice big stretch in the back of the hamstrings, the back of the calves, even into the tops, into my glutes here and the low back. Big breaths in and out. Bring that breath back to your throat. Letting everything start to settle a little bit further. Last breath here. And we start to slowly come out of our pose, walking our hands up as slowly as we can. Let's do this very mindfully, feeling all of the vertebrae of your spine, all the parts of your spine unraveling here, letting the head come up last. Beautiful, sliding the legs back in if they were out. And then reaching our right hand around back behind us, holding onto the back of our chair or the side of our chair. Same thing for the other arm. We can reach that arm around, holding on to the bottom of our chair, the back of our chair, or mine feels a little far back for me today. I'm actually going to just slide my hands into my imaginary jean pockets, right at the tops of my glutes, coming into a nice big camel pose, finding length in the spine, pressing down through the feet, lifting all the way up into the crown of our head. Let's draw our elbows together towards one another, just to encourage that opening a little bit more. We don't really want to collapse into the spine, so we want to find that length lifting up and out of the hips, and then a slight lift of the chin. Last big full breath right into your heart. Breathe all that loving energy in there, all that loving kindness, and then exhale, release the arms. And just finally find any movements that would feel good, something else that you might need before we move right into our final relaxation position. And if you happen to have anything close by, a blanket or around your neck, or a pillow perhaps, just any old regular pillow will do, a couch pillow, cushion, just for your lap if you like. These are just options, suggestions for you. Sometimes when we practice our Savasana seated in the chair, it can be a little harder for us to let go because we're seated and we don't have that same sense of safety. So this just helps to contain us a little bit more. And I really want to encourage you and invite you to find a full body connection in your seat. You can let your feet slide out if you like in front of you. Just let the ankles rest. This is our Shavasana, our corpse pose, the pose that represents the end of our practice, the end of this period of time. The world rather works like this in cycles. It's so beautiful, this life that we have been given. Aging is such a gift, such a privilege. I'm going to read a small poem for you today, a small passage. Just close your eyes, follow your breath. And I had finally arrived at the moment of true clarity. I was surrounded by beautiful old trees, reaching for the sky and the stars, every line and every mark filled with old wisdom. And they were whispering to themselves and whispering to me that it is important to go about life slowly, to grow with purpose, to take in every thought and action with a deep sense of empathy. For the magic happens when you slow down and take every moment for what it is, a gift. Just find that comfortable rest, your divine right to rest. Enjoy it for a few moments. Letting your awareness start to return to your body, back into the room that you're in. It's beginning to invite gentle movement back in to your physical body now, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, and maybe taking some bigger movements now, your wrists, your ankles, perhaps even taking a full stretch. And then find yourself back in your upright seat. We'll meet when you're ready. Bring our hands together in front of our hearts to close our practice together. Rubbing our palms, finding some warmth, some energy. Excuse me. And then once you've got that prana, that beautiful energy that you have created between your palms, place your hands over your eyes and pause for a moment of gratitude and appreciation for the earth, this land that we walk on, for each other, this wonderful community that we have, and finally for ourselves, for honoring our needs today and showing up to our practice. Let's finally bring our hands together in front of our hearts, so I may bow to each of you in gratitude for allowing me to guide you through this practice and for sharing with me your beautiful energy, your beautiful breath. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. Satnam, namaste, and have an amazing day today, everyone. Thank you so much.